Mere minutes after the freelancer was defeated, Vendrick sits in front of his desk going through yet another demon's written request for days off. He shakes his head. These demons just don't know the meaning of making sacrifices for their company. Tisk tisk. The sudden sound of someone screaming grabs Vendrick's attention. He looks up to see a single red thread phasing through the ceiling. It gathers in the air, forming an outline, then a body with depth. Piece by piece, the demon's limbs reappear within the space of the outline and land on the floor with a sloppy thud. Ah! What in the world? Vendrick stands up from his seat and walks over to the demon. He looms menacingly over the smaller creature. The freelancer picks himself up. It comes eye to eye with Vendrick's angry-looking stomach, causing the demon to shriek and jump back. Lord Vendrick, my apologies. I was just about to assassinate Kobu when this weapon forced me back here. What? Did you kill him or not? Why didn't you just finish him off with your bare hands? I nearly did, but the eye stopped me after I hit a mortal. A light crimson color boils up from Vendrick's stomach all the way to his face. Enraged, Vendrick's belly flares up. Ah! The stomach mouth fires a steam of fire that narrowly misses the demon's head and blasts off the office door. Get in here, you three! 3 portals open and the general step forward, forming an arc around the raging Vendrick. Amar enters with arms crossed. To his side is Fortis, who stands at attention. Nox is the only one across from them, the blank expression plastered on his face. Amar! He points at the cat accusingly. The cat demon simply tosses his nose in the air, barely making any eye contact with his superior. What? Care to explain why the weapon you made for the freelancer sent him back here before he could finish the deed? Amar rolls his eyes. Obviously because he triggered the failsafe mechanism. I got the alert just now. That dingbat shot a mortal. Look, he's in here. One of the cat demon's floating hands conjures out a vinyl disc with King's face in the middle. It even has a title written on it, King of the Store. Vendrick crosses his arms in a huff. I don't recall instructing you to put such a function in the weapon. I wonder if you had intentionally tinkered with the weapon to fail on purpose. Vendrick's belly glows red again, ready to spit fire at the cat. Amar scoffs. I would never intentionally make a tool that never works. Just because you don't have the foresight to see your goons messing up doesn't mean I would allow it. Last I checked, it is against the rules to end mortal lives. Vendrick's eyes narrow and the mouth of his belly closes. Fortis relaxes his shoulders while Nox continues to watch the scene play out. Though silent in the frog's head, dozens of questions are left unspoken. What is the meaning of the words upon the vinyl disc? Why did Amar pick a vinyl to put a living creature inside to begin with? If I put the vinyl under my finger, would music come out from my mouth? Vendrick turns his attention back to the trembling freelancer. So, freelancer, it is on you now. I'll let you skip the paperwork and explain directly how it is you failed. And if I am not satisfied, you will face the greatest torture a demon could suffer within the Underworld. A disciplinary hearing in the next 100 days with Ellen from HR. No, not Ellen. Then your employee card will forever be stained with a red mark. No more opportunities to advance in the company. Reduced day off applications. No more free coffee privileges. You already cut coffee privileges a month back. And worst of all, no more healthcare subsidies. No, not that. Anything but that. Please, I swear I would have done my job right if the alpaca didn't push Kopo out of my way. Please don't take my healthcare plan. I can't afford the Fang checkup cost on my own. He pushed Kobu out of the way. Interesting. Very well, I will overlook this mistake, freelancer. Know that your ruler is a sympathetic one. Now back to the torture floor with you. Vendrick mercifully summons a portal behind the demon. The lowly creature pathetically cries and bows while stepping backwards into the portal. Everyone's eyes are upon Vendrick, wondering what is he planning. The demon returns to his seat and points at Amar. So that mortal is within the disc? Yes, body and soul. Free him. I'd like a word with Kobu's savior. You can't do that. He'll see us. He'll see all of this. Living mortals aren't allowed to be here. Silence, Fortis. I wasn't speaking to you. If you have time to run your mouth, you would do better to train your brothers to guard the gates more effectively. Fortis closes his mouth and looks at the floor. He clenches his fist and bites his lip, as if holding back a needless argument that he'll lose. Amar, I just want to talk to the little mortal. Help the mortal process what he saw. Now do as I say. But I don't have another way to put him back into a disc after I take him out. If I blast him again, maybe he'll be stuck forever as the next disc. No buts, or it'll be your butt going for re-education. The rest of you better keep your mouth shut while I do my job. He waves his finger at all three generals like a school teacher telling their students off. Do it. Tisk. Amar puts on a pair of gloves and sets the final disc down in midair. He brings a finger close to its surface, just barely touching it. The disc now starts to spin slowly, vibrating, playing a gentle tune out of Amar's gloves. Then, with a few quick turns of the disc, the tune changes as thin green notes spin out of the grooves. The melodic notes gather before the group, spinning rapidly. The manic tune preceding a blinding green hue out of which King appears. Oh my god, that had an aneurysm. What? King grabs the side of his pants and looks dumbfounded at his surroundings. The alpaca's knees are trembling at the sight of four vicious-looking creatures staring at him. Their unusual eyes and appearances lead him to one conclusion. Oh god, I'm in hell. He grabs his pompadour while he breathes rapidly. Oh my god, oh my god. Welcome to the Underworld, mortal. This may seem alarming to you, but be assured that you are very much alive. I'm alive? Oh no, have I been sent here early because I took that extra free sample from at the store the other day? I swear I didn't know that was such a sin. No, mortal, that is not why you're here. Let's start with something simple. What is your name? I'm King Demeric. Nice to meet you, King. I am Vendrick, the Demon Lord, and these are my generals who help me govern this realm. Do you remember anything about what happened before you arrived here? Last I remember was the store. I got shot. Yes, that unfortunately was a mistake from one of our freelancers. He was after an escaped fugitive, you see. A fugitive? Yes, a demon who may bring harm to the balance of our world the longer he stays on Earth. Who are you talking about? You know who. Kobu. King's eyes widen. No way, I know Kobu. He's my friend. He's not a demon. That's what he wants you to think. He's only using you to hide his tracks. Why else would he keep this a secret from you? How long have you known him? Can you really trust someone you've spent so little time with? I've known him for over a year. A year. I forgot how quickly your kind expires. To him, a year is no different from a month. Don't you think something is off? Why would you end up here talking to us instead of beings of immeasurable power? Surely you're not that in denial of the truth, and if he has convinced you otherwise, I wonder what other lies he has spun. King stands in silence, his hands falling to his side. Face it, your friend is a wanted demon. Both Amar and Fortis shift in their positions. Nox remains unwavered and unblinking. He will say and do anything to avoid facing justice, but you can change that. You can help us, and in doing so, I can promise your standing during your time of judgment will be more favorable. King's voice is low and soft now. What are you asking me to do? I can send you back, King, like nothing ever happened. I just ask that you help me finish the job. We'll give you the tools you need, and it won't leave any mess. With a snap of his fingers, Vendrick conjures up a large eye, just like the one that shot King. The eye floats towards King and hovers just within his reach. The king reluctantly grabs the eye and stares at it. Vendrick's face breaks into a smile, until the alpaca throws the eye right back at him. Fortis scaffs while one of Amar's floating hands gives a thumbs up to King. The eye slides off of Vendrick's face. He slams his hands on the desk and abruptly gets up. "Insolent mortal, you dare strike the demon lord." He reaches into his stomach and pulls out the golden scepter. Ew. With a wave of the rod, the desk flies in the air and crashes right at the office entrance, blocking any hopes of escape. Vendrick stomps forward and aims his scepter at the alpaca. Despite the hostile display of strength, King stands unflinchingly against the larger demon. "I'd do it again in a heartbeat. Say what you want about Kobu, but he would never lie to me about our friendship. If he really left, I'm sure it was to get away from you, you two-faced creep." Vendrick raises his scepter. "Then you are no use to me." "Vendrick! Stop! No!" King throws his arms up in the air to protect himself and closes his eyes as Vendrick rings down his scepter and hits the alpaca on the head. Nothing happens. "What? Why isn't it working? Reveal your secrets!" He smacks King in the head 2 more times. All it does is make the pomander bounce about. "Quit it!" King smacks the scepter away. Vendrick turns to Nox. "Why isn't the spell working? I should have been able to see his life history. He is not dead yet. That can be arranged." Vendrick menacingly steps closer to King, who in turn retreats slowly, never taking his eyes off the demon. "This is enough, Lord Vendrick." Vendrick stops. "Delivering death is beyond our jurisdictions." Vendrick growls at King. "You will regret crossing me, mortal." "Fortis!" The large demon dog stands upright. "Seize him!" Fortis raises his arms and points at King. He steadies his breath before 2 small dog markings slither across his arms. Like bloodhounds after their play, they fly out after their prey. They fly out and wrap themselves around King. King recoils to the touch of the black appendages. They grip him firmly, making him lose his balance and fall to the ground. "You won't get away with this, and I have rights. Kobu will find a way to save me." "Silence him." The shadowy bindings extend up the King's mouth and subsequently gags him. "Move. Do you want me to send him back to Earth?" "Yes, but not now. Our laws state that he has to go back, but nothing is written about when that happens." "What are you planning, Vendrick?" Vendrick points at King once more. "So you really believe he'll come and save you? Well, dear boy, let's see him try, if he lives long enough to even do so." Vendrick walks back to his seat and summons the desk back to its original place. "Lock the mortal up somewhere, Fortis. See that he is taken care of until Kobu is dealt with." "Where exactly do you think I'm supposed to put him? We didn't build dungeons for keeping living mortals." "Just stuff him in the pantry for all I care. Figure it out." Fortis scowls but remains silent. He walks over to King's squirming form and throws the alpaca's body over his shoulder. Fortis opens a portal. "Wait. Huh? What's wrong?" "We don't know how a living mortal's body will react to the magic of our portals, even more so after I just turned him back from a disc. Besides, if he's staying, I'd like to run some experiments on him if I get the chance, so I definitely need him to remain intact." Let's take a rain check on that, Amar, but sure, the long way it is then." Fortis walks out from the office with King hanging from his shoulder. "So are we done here?" "For now." Amar and Nox both open their portals and leave. Left alone, Vendrick sits in quiet contemplation. That mortal's unwavering glare remains stuck in the demon's mind.